Hey there, this is Anna, and you're watching the third part of my son Teague's home birth story using Hypnobabies. Bubble of peace for all you Hypnomamas who are watching along. If you missed the first two sections, definitely go back and check out those. But this is all about pushing, which really was the shortest amount of time, and I only pushed for right around 15 minutes. And my total birthing time was around 15 and a half hours.
Make it repeat, Robert.
You can hear the quiet because my easy first stage track just ended.
First stage?
Yeah.
And as soon as it ended, I realized how much the cues and everything being said on the hypnosis was actually helping me. And so I knew I immediately wanted it back on.
Hypnosis track, which guides you continuously deeper into hypnosis and much more profoundly relaxed.
And my husband's feeding me ice chips from Zaxby's, which were perfect.
Hypno anesthesia all through my cervix. And all through my belly.
My husband was using the release cue to help me turn off at the beginning of the wave, the relax cue to deepen my hypnosis, and the peace cue to help me direct my hypno anesthesia everywhere I needed it.
Squeezing sensations like a big, strong, warm hug from your baby. And the stronger the hugs become,
And it was in this moment where I felt my bag of water finally pop, and it felt so good. I couldn't believe it had taken so long for my membranes to release, but it was actually just like I had envisioned my birth being. And instantly, the baby was right there at my perineum. The head felt so wide and firm and created such deep skeletal pressure on each side of my pelvis.
Please remember that you have been practicing Hypnobabies to achieve a state of somnambulistic hypnosis,
Change your track.
where your hypno anesthesia is created, literally retraining your inner mind to perceive your birthing waves as a feeling of power, like a very strong hug, or like the squeezing of a blood pressure cuff that has been fully inflated. It is your Hypnobabies hypnosis techniques that create your physical comfort. So Hypnobabies does
A few
much
moments
more
earlier
than
when I
hit your
asked for
very
easy
life.
first stage track to be put on again is because I wasn't ready for pushing baby out track. I wanted to save that one for when I was really pushing, and this was the wave that made me change my mind, because after this I was definitely pushing. I was no longer just breathing my baby down.
And now take a deep breath in.
Good job.
And as you exhale, and if you are in a fully supported position, you can say to yourself,
I thought you were pushing.
We all got a little chuckle when I changed my mind so quickly for which track I wanted on.
Just remember
Pushing
that
baby out.
that pressure helps you focus, okay? All down and out. Oh. Oh.
welcome to your Pushing Baby Out hypnosis track, which guides you continuously deeper into hypnosis and provides each pushing
I
wave
pushed
brings
for
you closer
3
to birthing
waves.
your
This was
baby.
the first one.
So the more
This
you
one
use
created
your
intense
peace
stretching
and
upwards towards my
the more
urethra.
comfortable you are today
I
as
got
you
really
push your
loud
baby out.
at this point, and I tried changing positions midway through, bringing one leg forward into a squatting lunge, thinking it might help, but it really was more comfortable going back to my original position where I am right here. And I thought, open, open, open. And after this wave, my midwife gave me some helpful reminders.
Powerful and effective
Can you hear
as
me?
you say to yourself,
Your first stage.
more
and
and more
everything
powerful
else.
hypno anesthesia
Second stage.
with every breath I exhale.
And your diaphragm will help push too, okay? So usually like when you feel
Now
this
take
next rush
another
coming, take a nice deep breath
abdominal breath
and just focus it all
and
down
say
into
to
that
yourself,
pressure. Nod out your mouth because you're going to hurt your throat. Okay?
And now your bright orange, shimmering ball of hypnoanesthesia becomes more powerful, and you begin to move it easily and steadily down from your cervix into your birth canal, producing a very comfortable feeling
Nice
of
big
fullness
breath and a long
as
stay.
hypnoanesthesia flows powerfully through and down
Yes, that's
into
it.
your perineum, spreading out now all around your bottom, becoming brighter
Deep
and
breath
more
and hold it.
powerful, producing a warm, soothing, comforting feeling.
During this, I was mentally talking to myself and my baby that we could do this. And Robert was massaging my hips, and it felt really good.
And as you exhale, say to yourself, peace. And beginning at your cervix, you powerfully direct another wave of even stronger, brighter, orange, shimmering hypnoanesthesia down,
Sometimes
flowing through the naturally expanding folds of your birth canal
like 3 big ones.
and into your perineal tissue, spreading out now all around your body.
When my midwife was telling me about maybe taking some
Brighter,
bigger breaths and holding it to push, I just felt like I couldn't do that. My body was just telling me to do these short little pushes with lots of might. And that's what I just kept doing. I listened to my body, and that's what I did.
And with every pushing wave you have now, your bright orange hypnoanesthesia becomes brighter, stronger, and more effective.
In my head, I was really wanting Robert to stay by my side to help me through this next pressure wave I felt coming because they were so intense. But I knew I had to just keep going on my own because he was taking care of important things.
Breathing deep. More powerful.
This wound up being the last wave before I pushed baby out, and the hot water that he was pouring in there, I just imagine it as my bright orange glowing hypnoanesthesia, which really helped me focus on the area where I was feeling the most pressure and stretching. They also fished out a little poop from the pool, which my daughter was excited for. And then right after this, the phone that we're recording this on cut off. So here's the photos that we took, and my midwife was trying to get one last heartbeat, but I had to cut her off because I was pushing. And here I am giving it all of my might, and out came baby. 3 waves of pushing after my water released, and I did it. We had a surprise. It was a boy. It was unbelievable, really hard to grasp the reality of what was unfolding. I actually had a home birth, a water birth, and now I had this tiny baby boy with us, and he was so warm and soft and wrinkly and slippery, and his bald head, it was so big and round and hard and had no molding at all from the birth. We spent a few moments just getting to know one another and connecting as a family of 4, and it was pure bliss. 30 minutes later, the placenta released, and then I got out of the tub and we got in bed and snuggled and nursed, and it was just a wonderful experience.